أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله أستعينه واستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يسهما فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدني علما سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. My dear friends, brothers, sisters, audiences, and those who are watching through Facebook, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a great pleasure for me to attend this Tafsirul Qur'an Mahfil, and at the very beginning, let us express our deep gratitude to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us opportunity to attend this Tafsirul Qur'an Mahfil, and let us say, Alhamdulillah, all praises are for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In today's Tafsirul Qur'an Mahfil, inshallah, we shall have a discussion on verse number 16 from Suratur. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل من رب السماوات والأرض. In verse number 16, Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying His Prophet. This Suratul Rad was revealed during the prophetic life of our Prophet in Medina. While the non-believers of Islam in Medina, such as the Christians, the Jews, and the worshippers of idols and images, the Christians, the Jews, the worshippers of idols and images were rejecting the invitation of Tawheed given by our beloved Prophet. As we know, our beloved Prophet, while went to Medina from Mecca, and before going to Medina, our beloved Prophet spreaded the teachings of Islam, the teachings of Tawheed. What is Tawheed? At-Tawheedu imanun bi ilahi wahid. Tawheed means bringing faith on only one creator, and He is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only one creator. The main theme of Islam is Tawheed. The main difference in between Islam and other religions are Tawheed. The followers of other religions do not believe that our Creator is only one and He is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we the Muslims, we the Mu'mins, we the followers of Islam believe on Tawheed. We the followers of Islam believe that our Creator is only one and He is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and our Creator does not have any partner. Our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any son. Our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any daughter. Our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not have any wife. Our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having any partner. Our Creator, our only one Creator, Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of having son, daughter or wife or any associate. And we the Muslims, we the followers of Islam believe that our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of taking birth. Our Creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of meeting death. We, the people of this world, we have taken birth by our parents. And one day we will die. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from the fault of taking birth, from the fault of meeting death. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has neither born nor He will die. He is eternal. When nothing was created in this world and only one existence was there, and that existence was the existence of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the Christians, as you know, they are associating partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by saying that Isa ibn Maryam is himself God. Nauzubillahi min zalik. And some group of Christians say that Isa ibn Maryam is the son of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nauzubillahi min zalik. So the Christians are associating partner by saying Isa ibn Maryam as God, by saying Isa ibn Maryam as the son of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By saying these, they are associating partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are doing anti-activities of Tawheed. These activities are anti of Tawheed. The main theme of Tawheed, the substance of Islam is Tawheed. And Tawheed means Imanun bi ilahi wahid, keeping faith on only one Creator, and He is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is replying some utterances of the non-believers in Medina. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Kul, O Prophet, say, Man Rabbus samawati wal ard. O Prophet, ask the non-believers of Medina, who is the creator of skies and earth? Who is the creator of heavens and earth? Qulillah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is the only creator of all heavens and earth. And now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Qul afattakhaztum min dunihi awliya la yamlikuna li anfusihim naf'an wala darra. O Prophet, ask the non-believers. They are worshipping these idols and images in place of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whether they have any power to do any good or bad for themselves. Suppose the Hindus worship the idols and images. And as you know, that the idols and images, they are so powerless that they can neither do any good to themselves and any harm to themselves. অর্থাৎ that means the idols and images, those are being worshipped by the non-believers. These idols and images have neither any power to do any good nor to do any harm to themselves or to anyone. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a nice example here for the people of this world. For the people of this world who are still non-believers of Islam. A very excellent example has been given in the Holy Qur'an by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to invite people of this world under the shelter of Islam. Qul hal yastawil a'ma wal basir. Qul hal yastawil a'ma wal basir. Whether a blind man and a man of eyes are equal? Answer is no. Because a man of eyes can see everything and a blind man cannot see anything. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has compared the non-believers of Islam as blind. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has compared the believers of Islam with men of eyes. Allahu Akbar. Am hal tastawi zulumat wan nur. And another example, those who believe in Islam, they have been compared with light, nur, light. That means those who believe on oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are with light. And those who do not believe on oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means the non-believers have been compared with the darkness, zulumat, darkness. Am jalu lillahi shuraka khalaqu ka khalqihi fatashabaha al-khalqu alayhim. You worship the idols and images, whether they have created anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a nice example. The idols and images are being worshipped by the people of this world. Still, nowadays in this world, many people worship idols and images. Although idols and images have no power to create even a single thing. Qulillahu khaliqu kulli shay'in wa huwa wahidul qahhar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, O Prophet, say the non-believers that it is Allah who has created everything and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only one and He is undefeatable, irresistible. No one can defeat Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can resist Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will decide to do anything. So, being a Muslim, being a believer of Islam, being a believer of Tawheed, we shall have to keep belief that our Creator is only one and He is Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all powerful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has all power. No one can resist Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can defeat Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we know, if we go to the history of Islam, the battle of Badr, the first battle in Islam, the non-believers of Makkah started to demolish the Islamic state, namely Medina, with more than 1,000 soldiers, well equipped, well armed. And our beloved Prophet was compelled to face the non-believers only with a few number of Muslims, 313 Muslims. They were very weak. They do not have arms and ammunition. They did not have arms and ammunition. They did not have food to eat. But in that battle, first battle of Islam, battle of Badr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed angels from the sky. And with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the fewer Muslim soldiers were able, fewer Muslim soldiers defeated the larger number of non-believers soldiers, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped them. So, whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to do anything, no one can stop him. As you know, nowadays, if we have a look with the four corners of the world, what we see? What we see? We see that all the non-believers of the world are enemies of Islam. They are trying to demolish Islam from this world. They attack Islamic State. They try to demolish Islam from this world. Whether they have been able? No. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Inna nahnu nazzalna zikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed this Qur'an, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect this Qur'an. Inna ad-dina indallahi Islam. Islam is a complete code of life. This code of life has been given by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Although the enemies of Islam are trying to demolish Islam from this world, but they are not able. They cannot demolish Islam from this world, because Islam is being saved by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Islam is the only religion, only true religion in this world. Only religion referred by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So none can stop spreading Islam in this world. Earlier, they were not succeeded in stopping spreading Islam. And nowadays, they are not succeeding. And in future, they will not succeed. Islam will go forward, because Islam is the only religion referred by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now inshallah, we shall go to some relevant other verses. Those are relevant in today's tafsir. As we were discussing about Tawheed, about oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj. Verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj is relevant in today's tafsir. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhan nasu duriba masalun fastami'u lah. Innal ladhina tad'una min dunillahi lan yakhluqu dhubaban wa la yajtama'u lah. Wa iyaslubhumu dhubabu shay'an la yastankizuhu min dawfa at-talib wal matlub. Another nice example has been given by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in verse number 73 from Suratul Hajj. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ya ayyuhan nas, O people of the world, duriba masalun, an example is being described. An example is being narrated. Fastami'u lah. So hear attentively. Listen. Innal ladhina tad'una min dunillahi lan yakhluqu dhubaba. O people of the world, those who worship idols and images, you worship the idols and images in place of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Lan yakhluqu dhubaba. Are they empowered to create a fly? If all the idols and images, if all the false creators are get together, are they empowered to create a fly? وَإِن يَسْلُبْهُمُ الذُّبَابُ شَيْئًا لَا يَسْتَنْقِذُوهُ مِنْ. Let alone creating a fly. If the fly takes away anything in front of them, are they empowered to stop them? Are they empowered to recover them? ضَعُفَ الطَّالِبُ وَالْمَطْلُوبُ. How weak are those, and how weak are those before whom they pray. So, the idols and images are being worshipped by the people of this world still nowadays. They are not empowered to create anything, let alone creating a fly. If the fly takes away anything in front of them, they are not empowered to recover them. So why you are worshipping the idols and images? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a nice example by pointing finger in their eyes to come under the shelter of Islam, to come under the teachings of Islam, to come under the teachings of Tawheed. Now, another verse in today's tafsir is verse number 41 from Suratur Ankabut. Verse number 41, Suratur Ankabut, is also relevant in today's tafsir. Here Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ كَمَثَلِ الْأَنكَبُوتِ اتَّخَذَتْ بَيْتًا وَإِنَّ أَوْهَنَ الْبُيُوتِ لَبَيْتُ الْأَنكَبُوتِ لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. Here another nice example has been given to the non-believers of Islam. مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ اتَّخَذُوا مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ كَمَثَلِ الْأَنكَبُوتِ. Those who worship other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their example is like a spider. Those who worship idols and images, those who worship Isa ibn Maryam, those who worship the sun, those who worship the trees, those who worship the mountains, that means those who worship anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their example is as the spider. If we say more clearer, the Christians, the Jews, the Hindus, the Buddhists, they are associating partner with Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are worshipping to others other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They worship before those other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Their example is as the spider. Ittakhazat baita, the spider builds their houses. How weakest house is the house of a spider, we know. If a wind blows, the houses of a spider are broken down. So, those who worship any other things other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their example is as the house of spiders. On the day of judgment, these false creator will not come forward to help them a little. They will not be helped by their false creator if they worship anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in verse number 41 of Suratul Ankabut, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given a nice example to invite people under the shelter of Islam, under the umbrella of Islam, under the shelter of Tawheed, under the umbrella of Tawheed. Now inshallah, we shall go to verse number 257 of Suratul Baqarah. It is relevant in today's tafsir. As we know, the devil, Iblis Shaitan has promised to our Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he will misguide people. He will ask people towards the false creators. in order to fulfill the hell with the human being. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in verse number 257, Suratul Baqarah, Allahu waliyul lazina amanu yukhrijuhum minaz zulumati ilan nur wallazina kafaru awliya'uhumut taghut yukhrijunahum minan nuri ilaz zulumat ulaika ashabun nar hum fiha khalidun. Allahu waliyul lazina amanu yukhrijuhum minaz zulumati ilan nur. Those who of us have accepted Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our guardian. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our guider. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our helper. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do? Yukhrijuhum minaz zulumati ilan nur. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides people from the darkness to light. That means if anyone accepts Islam, he comes to light from darkness. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَوْلِيَاؤُهُمُ الطَّاغُوتُ. And those who are being guided by the devils, يُخْرِجُونَهُمْ مِنَ النُّورِ إِلَى الظُّلُمَاتِ. The devils guides people to the darkness from light. أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ. They are the inhabitants of hell. Hum fiha khalidun. There they will remain forever. So, accepting Islam means coming to the light from darkness. And rejecting Islam means going to the darkness from light. So, Islam is the only religion recognized by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in verse number 19, Suratul Ali Imran, Inna ad-deena 'inda Allahi al-Islam wa ma ikhtalafa alladhina utul kitaba illa min ba'di ma ja'ahumul ilmu baghyan bainahum وَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ سَرِيعُ الْحِسَابِ. The only recognized religion by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Islam. That means nowadays all the religions of this world, either Christians, either Jews, either Hindus, either Buddhist, or members of any other religion other than Islam, will not be accepted by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will only accept the religion of Islam, the teachings of Tawheed, the teachings of oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in verse number 85 from Suratul Ali Imran. In verse number 85, Suratul Ali Imran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made clear. It's more clear. وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَنْ يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Those who will search any other religion other than Islam, that will not be accepted from him. And on the day of judgment, he will be among the losers. On the day of judgment, he will face great loss. That means all the followers of other religions in this world, other than Islam, their religion will not be accepted by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because the only recognized religion by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that, and that is Islam. If anyone will seek any other religion, if anyone will follow any other religion other than Islam, that religion will not be accepted by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on the day of judgment, he will face a great loss. And as we know, on the day of judgment, يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرُّ مِنْ أَخِيهِ وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِيهِ وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِيهِ. On the day of judgment, parents will run away from their sons and daughters. The sons and daughters will run away from their parents. Brothers will run away from their brothers. Sisters will run away from their sisters. That means husband will run away from their wife. Wife will run away from their husbands. Because on the day of judgment, everyone will remain busy keeping for themselves. No one will come forward to help anyone. So, if with the people of this world, we are those who are not the members of Islam, who are not the believers of Tawheed, if we die without accepting Islam on the day of judgment, no one will come us to help us. So in order to avoid the terrible situation on the day of judgment, we should accept teachings of Tawheed, teachings of Islam, teachings of oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now inshallah we shall go with some relevant hadith in today's tafsir. An Umar radiallahu anhu قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يا ابن الخطاب اذهب فنادي في الناس أنه لا يدخل الجنة إلا المؤمنون رواه Muslim. This hadith has been narrated by second Caliph Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. He said, our beloved Prophet said, Ya Ibn al-Khattab, O son of Khattab, Izhab fanadi fin nas, go and give a declaration to the people, Annahu la yadkhulul jannata illa al-mu'minun. Give a declaration that only the believers of Islam will enter in the Jannah. That means, if any person dies without accepting Islam, he will not be permitted to enter in the heaven. So in order to enter in the heaven, we shall have to keep belief on Tawheed, and we shall have to remain on teachings of Tawheed until our death. Next Sahih Hadith in today's tafsir is An Abi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu anna Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam qala kana yawma bariza lin-nas idza tahu rajulun yamshu faqala ya Rasulullah ma al-imanu qala al-imanu an tu'minu billahi wal malaikati wa rasulihi وَلِقَائِهِ وَتُؤْمِنُوا بِالْبَعْثِ الْآخِرِ رواه البخاري. This hadith has been narrated by our beloved, by famous companion of our beloved Prophet, Hazrat Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu. He said, one day we were sitting with our beloved Prophet. A man came and asked a question. فَقَال, he said, Ya Rasulullah, ma'al iman. O Prophet, what is Iman? Qal, our beloved Prophet said, Al-Imanu, Iman means, An tu'minu billahi wa malaikatihi wa rasulihi. You bring faith on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That means, The first stage of Islam, first stage of Iman is that we shall have to have belief that Allah is our only one creator. He does not have any partner, He does not have any son, He does not have daughter, He does not have wife. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only one. He does not require any associate. Then we should have to believe on malaika, on angels. Then we should have to believe that on all the prophets and messengers. And our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last messenger of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلِقَائِهِ وَتُؤْمِنُوا بِالْبَعْثِ الْآخِرِ. We must believe that after our death we shall be revived by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we shall meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to give accounts of all the activities we are doing in this world. So, being a Muslim, we shall have to have believe that our tenure in this world, it is a limited tenure, either 50 years, 60 years, or mostly 80 years. After expiry of this tenure, we shall have to meet death. And after our death, we shall be revived by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we shall meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order to give accounts of all the activities we are doing here. Rawahul Bukhari. Now, last hadith in today's tafsir is An Aisha radhiyallahu anha qalat qultu ya Rasulullah ibnu Jud'an kana fil jahiliyati yasillu rahimi wa yut'imul miskin fahal zalika nafi'uhu qala la yanfa'uhu rawahu Muslim. As I said at the commencement of this tafsir, that on the day of judgment, only the believers of Islam, only the believers of Tawheed will be succeeded. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has compared the believers of Islam with a man, with people with eyes, men of eyes. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has compared the non-believers of Islam as blind. If anyone dies without accepting Islam, although he will do a good number of good things, his good number of good things will not come to any help of him. And this hadith is proving that. This hadith has been narrated by our Ummul Mu'minin, Mother Aisha radhiyallahu anha. She said, Kultu, I said, Ya Rasulullah, O Prophet, O Messenger of Allah, Ibn Jud'an kana fil jahiliyati. During the age of darkness, Ibn Jud'an dies. But he had two good virtues. He used to keep good relations with his relatives. And he used to feed the poor people. Whether these two good virtues will come to any help of him? فَهَلْ ذَلِكَ نَافِعُهُ قَالَ لَا يَنْفَعُهُ. Our beloved Prophet said, no, these two good virtues will not come to any help of him. Rawahu Muslim. So, the people of this world who have not yet accepted Islam, and you are doing a very good things in this world, but if you die without accepting Islam, these good things will not come to any help of yours. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prohibited Jannah for the non-believers. A non-believers will never enter in the heaven. Heaven are being restricted for the non-believers of Islam. Heavens are only for the believers of Islam. So, in order to get success in the life of hereafter, we shall have to bring belief on oneness of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We shall have to have belief on Tawheed. May Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us opportunity to accept Tawheed properly and to remain on Tawheed until our death. Now inshallah we shall have prayer to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us recite Durud. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma amin. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفه على الإيمان ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا رب هب لي من الصالحين رب زدني علما أستغفر الله اللهم إني أسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. Oh Allah, some of your servants have been gathered in this Tafsirul Mahfil and we have discussed from your holy book, the Holy Qur'an. We have made many mistakes. Please forgive our all mistakes and accept this Tafsirul Mahfil. Oh Allah, forgive our all sins. Oh Allah, increase our sustenance. Oh Allah, you know what is in our heart. Please fulfill our all good desires from our heart. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.